Hello everyone, Dan the 14th Prime here. Today I want to share with you guys the Disney Store Star Wars Elite Series Darth Vader. It's a premium action figure, 10-inch with over 30 points of articulation. Retails for about $35, but lots of good deals going on this holiday season. Check them out there in the front of the box, big window box, so you can see the figure pretty well. A couple extra sets of hands, lightsaber hilt, full extended lightsaber along with the figure. So not much on the side of the box, just allows the window to look through. Bunch of writing here in the back of the box that you can pause and read. Okay, so let's pop this guy out of the box, check him out. So here we have Vader out of the box. I will say, unpacking this guy is the epic struggle of the galaxy. He's really tight in there, sewn in there. It's crazy, it was crazy. But here he is, he's out. First reaction is, yes, it's definitely a $35 figure, kind of light, but does have a lot of nice detailing as well. For the money, I wouldn't expect you'd be disappointed for this. So he's got a nice cloth cape, pretty thick. He's got cloth kind of undercloak here. He's got kind of a pleather leather feel to his suit as well. The shin guards down there, things like that, and some nice detailing across the chest and belt. So we'll look at all that closer, but I just want to spin him around here so you guys can take a look at him. The cape is nice. I will say out of the box, it feels like it needs a little maybe steam treatment or something just to sort of let it relax a little bit and unwrinkle. And in the back there is where you really see what I'm talking about. It's got a pretty stiff feel to it and it's all crumpled up. And you can take a quick peek from this side here as well. We'll say here, maybe you can see this just in terms of unboxing him and how well packaged and sewn in he was. The little white dots on the cape, those are holes. So he's kind of threaded in there with thread big enough that you actually get quite a bit of noticeable holes all the way through the cape. See all those? See how many of those there is? Same on the other side as well. So that's kind of, it's a little bit disappointing. So let's check out the head sculpt here real quick. I mean, it looks okay. I mean, it looks pretty good. It's just molded plastic. It's just on a ball joint. It just pops right off really easy. It is very, very light and plasticky feel, so it is just kind of a thin molded plastic, but the look is there. Let's just take a pan down on the figure. We'll say the one thing I'm not loving with the head as well is that it doesn't look down. So you think of Vader often looking down at people, that the head won't go down just side to side. So if you look underneath the head, he does have kind of this quote unquote real chain, really chain looking effect there, detail holding the cape around the neck, so that's nice. He has the New Hope look, so he's kind of got the shoulder pads underneath of the interior cloak there. And there you can see that suit. It kind of really does look like leather. I think they did a nice job with the material there. The detailing across the chest and the belt and everything looks good. He's got the cod piece as well. It's kind of a plastic piece there. If we jump down here, you can see the hands. These are plastic, not only the gauntlet piece, but of course the hands. They're interchangeable. It comes with some extra hands. You just kind of plug and play those out. And for whatever reason, he comes with some extra gauntlet pieces as well. Tilt him over here. He's got a lightsaber hilt and a place to place it on his belt over there. Kind of open this up, the inner cloak. And you can check out a little bit more just the pant detailing, the shin guard detailing. They did a nice job with all of that. And I'll just give you the rest of the pan down there so you can see what that looks like. The inner cloak is nice. It's kind of a lighter material, lighter cloth. Kind of lays a little bit better. You can sort of adjust it underneath the belt, around the shoulders and stuff. So if we go up high on the profile, you can check out how that chain, again, comes around the neck. It ties there to the cloak, and then the inner cloak and the outer cloak there's like a thread there. I've left that one. There was a couple places where that was the case. It was also at the bottom. I clipped those out, but I've kind of left this one because I think it helps the cloak sit correctly. But you can also see why I would like some of that downward head movement would be to kind of get the chain better around the neck and not just like sliding behind it, which it likes to do. Then if we just jump down to kind of the shoulder area, you can see how the armor comes through and across here and actually provides some movement for articulation. Here's this suit, which feels pretty good. Kind of thin, but it does have the right look. And you can just kind of check him out with the cloak up. He's got the inner cloak all the way around, And this cloak is much heavier. Is unfortunately leaving all these hole effects as well. Those would probably go away if you maybe gave it a little bit of a quick wash or something. I don't know what you can do to it. But again, it's a thicker material. It's got a lot of wrinkles in it, holes. You probably can do something to probably make that better. So if we just come down here, I want you to take a little bit closer look at the boot so you can see that. He's got a whole plastic boot on, rubber kind of boot on, so it's not just like a shin guard. That accent is there, but it's all the same material all the way around actually, so it's not like just a strap-on shin guard like what you'd find with the Hot Toy, and down into the boot as well, which is a plastic feel as well. So as I mentioned, he comes with a few different accessories. Here you've got the lightsaber hilt. So you can check that out. They did a decent job with it. Definitely recognizable as Vader's. And a little clip there. We can just hang that on his hip, as I showed you. Then he also has the extended lightsaber. The blade doesn't come off, so it is probably glued in there or something. But you can check that out. You know, same hilt, just plastic red blade. And then you get a few sets of hands. So this was actually on the figure. It's just a lightsaber holding right hand. So that was on the figure in the box. You get this left hand, sort of open hand there like that. Then for the other two hands, you basically get a right hand of exactly what I just showed you for the left, kind of that open hand. And he also comes in the box with this left hand, which is kind of the most, designed of them all, let's say. And again, for whatever reason, he comes with these two extra gauntlets. They all seem to look the same. So maybe just some extras in case something happens, but that's how you make the total effect. But the two on the figure work just fine, so these just seem to be spares. So let me show you the articulation on the figure. It's 30 plus points, it says on the box, and the articulation is a plus point, a high point for the figure. It does have pretty good range. You can do a lot of things. Again, the head, side to side, it's just on a ball joint. You can spin around, actually. Unfortunately, it doesn't really look up or down, like I said. The shoulders have these pieces that kind of will come up. And, the suit really kind of becomes the restriction. So you can only kind of get that high anyway. But the shoulder pads will help accommodate that. Can move his arm forward pretty well. Backward pretty well. Straight out, I think I showed you. There's a little bit of a pivot in there. The suit's just going to kind of twist and restrict that a little bit. There's an elbow in here. There it is. The suit gets all twisted, but you get a good elbow there. And the wrist is just on a peg, so that's going to kind of spin easily, and it'll find a up and down point as well. Come to the torso. There's a little bit of kind of crunch you can do. The head loves to pop off. So there's a little bit of a crunch there. It doesn't really stick. It goes back more. You can kind of get them really standing up and leaning back for some reason. But the forward isn't as good. And you can get just a little bit of twist, and he will hold it just a little bit, kind of maybe 45 degrees each way. And all these kind of rubber pieces help accommodate that. The belt here just kind of floats and moves. The cod piece, rubber piece, kind of floats and moves. It's pretty good in the lower body as well. You can get his legs pretty much straight out. Even the suit lets that happen, so that's pretty good. In back, so you can get a pretty good range of motion there, kind of split wise. Out pretty good. There's a little bit of a swivel up there, up at the thigh. Here at the knee, a good knee joint. Spin around there, and you get a little bit of ankle there and toe as well. Okay, so let's check some of that articulation out in some posing. So there you have it, guys. Disney's Star Wars Elite Series 10-inch Darth Vader. Hope you liked the video. I'll see you next time.